Mumbling in a reply, the half-asleep guard sought his companion off. Thanks for that. Fewer enemies after better. Reinforcing my resolve, I emerged from my cell. As the guard continued to snooze, I hit him in the nape of his neck, causing him to lose consciousness. I quickly dragged him into a cell and changed him into my prison uniform. Obviously, I claimed the clothes the guard had been wearing for myself. I carefully laid him down on the bed and pulled a blanket over his head before locking myself with the guard's keyring. Keep quiet till morning. At that moment, I heard the sound of footsteps going down the stairs. That was faster than I expected. What do? Concealing myself by the stairs, I waited for my opportunity. The guard slowly sauntered down the stairs. Just before he stepped down from the final step, I jumped out in front of him. Huh? Sometimes we can't decide what to do. The best option is simply to take the initiative. I plunged my fist squarely into the guard's solar plexus, causing him to instantly lose consciousness. Sorry about this. Living conditions aren't too great, but you two will have to try to get along for the time being. I placed him with the other guard in the cell and locked it again. I came up the stairs and out on the first floor of the barracks. I followed a straight hallway dotted with windows. The cold night air stung against my skin after being indoors. To remain inconspicuous, I walked down the hall confidently. Since I'm dressed as a guard, it would be very suspicious to be sneaking around. With my current equipment, I can handle 2. 3 at most. If I figure out what's going on, the number of soldiers is bound to increase. I need to find my equipment soon, somehow. The hallway soon divided in 2 directions, to the right and straight ahead. I carefully inspected both paths. I could hear footsteps coming from the path straight ahead. If I stopped to catch their breaths, or so I assume, it sounded like they were carrying something heavy because their pace was off. What should I do? Fighting 2 people at once would be a pain, and I probably could just call for backup anyway. The path I came down leads to a dungeon, so I can't head back. If they're heading there, I'd get trapped like a rat. I quickly headed down the hallway on the right. I proceeded down the cold hallway. I peered into a door on the right hand side, but it was slightly open. I quietly slipped inside after taking a moment to first confirm there was no one inside. Tables and chairs were lined up in an orderly fashion. There was also a faint smell of food. This is mess hall, complete with a kitchen in the back. Seems as though my jailbreak hasn't been found out yet. Being forced to miss out on dinner has left me feeling hungry. Well, what should I do? Forage for food, of course. Right. I may end up having to fight myself out of this one. Fortifying myself with something to eat first isn't a bad idea. There wasn't anyone left in the kitchen, but the coals on the cooking stove remained slightly stoked. Placing some more wood on the fire, I paused to warm my freezing hands and gave the room a quick once-over. On close inspection, it seems as though preparations for breakfast was already underway. The ingredients laid out on the kitchen counter. Don't mind if I do. Some potatoes had rolled out from a sack placed haphazardly on the floor. I kicked them away as I began searching for something to eat. Let's see, some half-cooked soup, beans, alright, ham. This is... oh, the really exquisite fragrance of these herbs, possibly bee. Hello? Is someone there? Maybe it was a mouse. Crap. Mouthful of ham, I dashed underneath the counter and trained my eyes on the entrance. Ah, the potatoes. Ah, how annoying. Even though it was in the middle of the night, the neatly dressed cooking lady started putting potatoes back. I can't believe I'd pulled a sudden switch on me like this, telling me to change the menu for tomorrow, even though I already had it all laid out and ready. Look for some more food. Quickly scanned the surrounding area for some more food. Right away, I spied some white bread and dried meat placed at eye level on a shelf off to the side. Sucking my hand in my mouth, I reached out for a string of dried meat, just as the hair's breadth from snatching it. Just a bit more. However, at that moment, I felt a most alarming bloodthirstiness coming from behind me. I quickly looked to the side, but the lady who had been picking up the potatoes was no longer there. Grab! I swiftly jumped and rolled out from in front, grabbing a white bread from a shelf as I rose. Nice timing. With a loaf of white bread as my shield, I managed to stop the ladle which had been brought down on my head. You! Aren't you Nash? Really? I uncomfortably looked up around the room and searched for an exit. That's definitely one in the back. There's also one in the dining room. Right, I've made up my mind. Tossed the bread straight up into the air, and the cooking lady followed it with her eyes. At that moment, I quickly ran towards the door. Hey! Nash! Keep tossing food around like that, and you'll pay for it one day. Alright. Mayday. Don't tell anyone I was here. Night is growing short. My son would advise quickly if I wasted time to stop and eat here. Better get on with it. Well, which way should I go? Go outside. I quietly shut the door behind me. All my efforts would be wasted if I raised a commotion now. First of all, I need to keep myself hidden. After descending a few steps, I could feel the soil beneath my feet. Diving into some nearby shrubbery, I crept along the side of the buildings. Perhaps owing to a late hour, the air was outside was much cooler than I anticipated. In the centre of the fort lies a spacious grassy common area. It's a terribly unpleasant garden, often used for training drills and assembling troops. Of course, if you played Suikoden III, you actually recognise this appearance right here. Suddenly I saw a shadow of something moving in the distance. Soldier on patrol? What a pain. Restricting my breathing and crouching in the darkness, I only advanced a short while before sensing something unnatural. Rapid breathing, constant sniffing. There was a faint metallic sound. What? Oh, it's a puppy! Can you pet it? Quite cautious of him having a guard dog. We sure didn't have anything like this back when I was still around. Having detected me, the beast bared its fangs, gave a low growl. The collar's chain clinked in rhythm with its breathing. No need to be upset. Just stay calm. What am I going to do? The dog doesn't seem to have made up its mind about what to do either. But if I turn tail and run, it'll definitely make a massive howl and get me in an even stickier situation. This is really bad. This is bad. I'd say I'm pretty good at running away, but I don't think I can outrun a dog. Unfortunately, it's not like I can fight it and cause a commotion either. Guess it can't be helped. Don't hate me for this. I made a feint as if to run, and the guard dog quickly jumped to give chase. I then quickly turned around, and while the dog was still in midair, forced my hand into its mouth. Then with one hand still ensconced in its jaws, I struck down the nape of its neck with a devastating chop. Phew, at least it's still breathing. That would have left a bad taste in my mouth. Leaving the guard dog laying limp on the ground, I left the courtyard. Phew. Looks like it's not chasing me. Taking a breather, I look around me. There's no guarantee I've only got the one dog after all. I noticed a wooden shed to my back with a log hanging from the door. There wasn't any shed here 6 months ago. Could it be a warehouse? That would be a lucky break. Maybe I could hide in here for a while. I took a shot at getting the lock open with a pin I used when I escaped from a dungeon. Almost there. Whoa, it's a stable. Well, it could have been worse. Everyone be quiet, woof. And you are? Did I do something bad, woof? No, that's not. But your foot. Does it hurt? A young kobold was sitting in a straw bed by the innermost wall. More importantly, his feet were chained to it. I'm sorry. Ah, miss. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I hurriedly put away the sword I'd drawn when I heard a voice. The kobold was still looking at me with frightened eyes. Shucks. Don't worry, despite my looking like this, I'm not actually a soldier here. I guess I am, but right now I'm kind of not. Well, in any case, you don't have to be scared. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Really? That's a relief, Woof. I didn't get any dinner today, so when I saw you with that sword and scary look on your face, I thought I was going to get punished. I see. Seems this kobold was brought here as a slave. Makes sense it'd be scared, as kobolds and other beasts from the grasslands are literally treated as less than human in Harmonia. There's no message history, is there, so I can't really do anything else. Are you hungry? Yeah. Even though I said that, it turns out I don't have anything on hand that would be good for you. Sorry to get your hopes up. No, it's okay. No matter how I look at it, no matter how I look at it, getting chained up in stables like this is pretty harsh. What happened? I was taking care of the horses like usual. When Lord Barge started hitting a horse because it didn't listen to him, when I asked him to please stop, he got really angry. Next day I was moved here from my room. Damn it, Barge. What a contemptible sleazebag. Alright, hold still for a moment. Eh? But if you do that... don't worry about it. Once dawn breaks, the fort will be in an uproar. A prisoner that's supposed to be executed has escaped. Huh? The soldiers will be mobilised to track him down, so the place will be completely empty. You should be able to get away during that time. Yeah. Barge will probably end up taking all this blame for this, so you can rest easy. If you like the work you're doing now, you can just stay here. Well, think about it until morning. I understand. Well, I need to get going again. Take care. And do your best. I'll be rooting for you a lot. Thank you. What a nice kobold. Oh, that's right, the warehouse. Left the stable out hearing what the kobold was to say. But it had already taken too much time, even though I was surprised by my own soft-heartedness. Well, I can't hang around here much longer. I'm going to a building because I don't want to be outside anymore. I went up to the second floor and after a quick turn found myself in a corridor lined with countless doors. These were the soldiers' private rooms. Most would be asleep by now, but more than a few rooms showed no signs of life at all. Probably rooms of on-duty soldiers. Well then, I can't miss this chance. I might find some tools I could use to get out the next tight spot I land in. And he went about deciding on which room to sneak into. We'll have to be one of these three. Let's go room 109. The personal belongings should be in a bag by the base of a bed. A weapon would be useful. Only some throwing knives. Well, I guess he would have taken some important equipment with him on duty. Right then, these can be important to me. That's handy. Put everything back in order and quietly closed the door to a room. I continued down the hallway and went back down the stairs. Coming up a narrow passage that led outside. I peeked inside and spotted a path that went behind the barracks into a grove of trees. After climbing the stairs, I saw a pair of heavy double doors at the end of a long hallway extending to a side. Hung above massive doors was a decorative plate with Commander's Chambers etched onto it. So time has finally come Despite thinking that caution was probably not unnecessary, I slowly turned the doorknob. And what do we find through the door? Next episode, of course. Bye bye.